Hello again. Hello, I'm gifted beyond words. Most everything is beyond words. Why we speak is that we have a Buddhist who understands the relationship between...
Where?
You see, this is a true Buddhist. The Buddhist, when I say, she says, where? That's a koan already. Where is the Buddhist, says the Buddhist.
They don't know what a koan is, though. Or maybe some of these people
Yes,
who are watching us do, because this is Cambridge after all.
Yes, a koan is like, what's the sound? The famous one is one hand clapping. And somehow, if you can really get that, well, I have a beautiful riddle that's not as deep as that. Can I share a riddle with you?
Yes, please do.
So welcome. This is AHAH, as you didn't know.
AHA!
A human among humans. And I'm learning to be a human among humans with Beth self. Oh my! Who needs words? He says as he's speaking. Oh my, but you know, you can't. Words get in the way. I mean, tears are in my eyes. Those are words too. But they're not the tears. And the Buddhists knew that the finger pointing at the moon ain't the moon.
That ain't the moon. Nope.
No.
That's the finger.
Yeah. And even calling it a finger can, as soon as you call it a finger, it's whatever it is. I mean, if you look at it and doesn't...
What is a finger anyway?
Right, exactly. It's
so like blood and skin and bones? And
I made the mistake
joint?
for most of my life of thinking that this was a finger. And I let the word hide all that this is. I mean, finger might be one of the things.
And why is it that this is a finger? That's a thumb.
Oh yes.
Why is that? Are they made out of two different things? You know,
yes, and it's different sound too. Thumb. Thumb is supposed
thumb.
to be,
You have to lisp to say thumb.
Supposedly, opposable thumb gives us the ability to make tools.
Those are opposing thumbs.
Those are opposing thumbs. These are opposing thumbs too. We can thumb us. This has enabled humanity to evolve from the 1 on 2 3 4. I declare thumb more. I gotta go. Whoa, whoa, whoa. She's good. She's very good. Oh my God, she wins.
Now, do I get the thumb award?
You get the thumb award.
I get some thumb award.
You get a very good riddle.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
So the 4th grade teacher asks Beth. She says, Beth, how do you spell crocodile? And Beth looks up to her teacher and she says, K-R-O-K. And the teacher says, Beth, you're wrong. And Beth looks up at the teacher and she says, no, teacher, I'm right. Because... Why is Beth right? Ouch. Why is Beth right? These are great answers. Wow. I'm going to ask you the riddle again and you're going to maybe get the... Oh, wow. Oh, it's quite a lot. The teacher asks Beth, how do you spell crocodile? And so when Beth answers K-R-O-K, that is how she spells crocodile. So she was right. So that's our riddle for today. Now we're going to have even more fun with a very hard Buddhist poem about Buddha. I just finished the rewrite of my book, Verse to Better. Soon people will be able to either be given as a gift.
I have that book.
No, this is a new version though. New and improved.
Oh, I have the previous version.
Yeah, you have the previous version. You're going to get the new and improved version.
Wow, how can you improve on that?
Well, thank you. Well, that's very kind. So here, if you want to read it first in your own unique way.
Ooh, okay. All right.
And feel free to read it any way, including not in silence. Who knows how you read it? This
Well, who
is, by the
knows?
way, if you haven't guessed, this is the soon-to-be famous Beth Redmond Walsh. Is that right?
Oh, you got that right.
Yes.
You're good. You're good.
Mm.
But I knew that anyway. I would expect nothing less.
Wow, a lot of expectations happening here. It's really hard to live up to it. But with my friends Columbia and Val watching, they'll give us the energy to make this work.
All right. Affection, reflections. Buddha says, first, a chair is a chair. Focused, we feel the chair is made of air, dissolving into all, here and there. Then back to a chair, when we are aware. So when we are here, we are everywhere, eternally being here, swinging there. While solid, we're also playing with stars, recreating with all, whoever we are. Thank you for that.
Oh, you can keep it. I'm going to read it one more time, and then I'm going to hear what you have to say, if you like.
Okay.
And then I might have, who knows what I will say.
All right.
Affection, reflections. We're doing that now, reflecting. Buddha says, first, a chair is a chair. Let's get down to it. Focused, we feel the chairs made of air, dissolving into all here and there. Then back to the chair when we are aware. Eternally being here. Swinging there. While solid, we're also playing with stars, recreating with all, whoever we are. Well, what do you feel, think, if anything?
Don't know.
There's an honest answer. I sometimes imagine that, oh, well, not imagine. I have another poem that will explain this.
Something that would explain that?
Yes,
Oh.
I have a poem.
What could possibly explain that? I thought you did a perfectly good job.
Oh, yes?
I thought you did.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
Thank you. So you're a Buddhist practitioner.
Mm-hmm.
Does that,
So, such as it is.
yes, does that do, well, you've been for 11 years meditating most every day.
Well, it's been longer than that, but still, I mean,
So do you have the,
it's always, the more I think I know, the more there is to learn.
do you have a feeling of dissolving at times? That the space we're made of is no present to you? Oh, I see, this is what,
I don't really, there's one time when I remember, it might have been the first time I ever had the experience of feeling like I was like the walls, that would kind of build around ourselves.
Oh yes.
Like fell down, just like went away.
Yeah.
And I was doing a retreat, a solo retreat for like, it was only a week. I mean, it sounds like a lot perhaps to somebody who's never done that.
Yes.
But I did a solo retreat for a week up in Maine in a cabin in the middle of February. So there was like snow that was like 3 feet deep.
Just yourself.
By myself.
A week. Wow.
For a week, yeah. And I had never done a solo retreat before. It's the first time. And I mean, this is like, it's 10 years ago, but I remember like I would get up at 3:30 in the morning. And there was a wood stove that I was using for heat.
Yeah.
So I'd get up and I would do 108 prostrations first. And then...
you just how does a prostration
A prostration is when you start off, you're standing and you go all the way, you bend down, you get down like to your knees and your hands and knees, and you put your forehead down to the ground, and then you lift your hands up like this.
Oh my.
And then you stand back up again, and you do that 108 times.
It's like an exercise.
It's like an exercise. But it was like, because it was the middle of winter, and here I am in this little cabin, waking up long before sun up, and I needed, I did my prostrations to warm up, because it was cold. And then I would light the stove. I would take the wood and start lighting
After?
the stove. Yeah, because I was going to get warm from all the prostrations. I'd be sweating.
Wow.
Before I even got the heat going.
Wow.
And then I would, I'd take like a quick little tea break for about 10 minutes, and I'd be boiling the water on the stove, and I'd make my tea, and then I'd drink that, and then I would start my chanting practice. And then after the chanting practice, I would sit. And there was a beautiful little sun porch sort of area that was like, on 3 sides of it, it was, you could see wherever the sun was in the sky. And so I'd watch the shadows change as the sun went, around the house. And there was I think on day 4 or day 5, I was sitting in that little room doing my sitting practice. And I cannot even really describe what happened, but I knew that I was in a very, very completely different frame of mind than I'd ever been in my entire life before, except for maybe going out and being in the woods somewhere and just feeling like I did not know what's happening to me. It feels great. And I feel like I totally intimate with everything around me. It's a very intense sense of intimacy when the walls that you build around yourself just come down by themselves. But it's like I don't know. I think trying to talk about it too much kind of ruins it. So I'll just leave it at that.
I'll take that as a subtle hint not to ask more questions.
You can ask more questions if you want.
No, if you don't want to.
But I'm feeling like if I try to go on like this, this continual attempting to describe what happened to me, then I'm just gonna miss the point. But you can ask questions if you want, and if I can answer it, I will. If I can't answer it, I won't.
Oh, I see.
So feel free.
Very interesting.
I'm not going to force myself to try to answer something if I don't think I can.
Great.
So go ahead.
Well, I love it that you felt the walls that many of us build to protect ourselves. I had so many. I told my friend Wendy Orange that in the Kabbalah, the Jewish mystical tradition, where they try to experience God, not just talk about it, they say that there's at least 365 walls or shells in the way around us.
365?
Yes, at least. And
for every day of the year.
And Wendy said only 365. So I've been taking them down. I needed them. I thank them for protecting me. And I love what you say. I'm beginning to feel that. I mean, I mean, right now you are, even when I close my eyes, when I close my eyes to get a better sense of me, when I open them, you're very much, I see you more than me. And if there's no walls, wow, help us, fortunately. That's very nice. I mean, I could feel like I'm you, I think. Like I'm an actor, I could play Beth.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if I had your hat on. I think,
You can try it on if you want.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think, yes, that's going to...
You have a bigger head.
Oh, but it helps. It's like wearing a costume in a play. I can feel more Beth now. They say if I mimic the way you're... Yeah, that helps too. Why? I have to do that without losing Michael.
You won't lose.
No, I'm just learning. The reason I had the walls was to not lose Michael. So when you say you're intimate with everything around, and you just gave me this amazing gift, which is these lilies of the valley. So unfortunately we don't have smell-o-vision yet.
Oh, but people can see us enjoy the smell of
Yes, but maybe they can find them.
Seeing and smelling.
Oh my Lord.
Are they amazing?
So again, words can't.
These are actually, I think, like, these are probably ones that
Maybe we should
bloomed
hold them
like
up
a
a
few
little bit
days
so people
ago.
could see. These. Even seeing
There
them.
we go. They look really neat against the blue background too.
So wow.
My yard is full of these right now. They're like the whole side yard. Well, no, half of the side yard is full of these. And across the street, there are also these just all over the place. And when the sun hits the area of the yard that they're in, and the air is very warm, it's just the whole yard is suffused. Even like out to the sidewalk, you walk by and you smell this, and it's just like, oh my God! It's just. There's a French word for these, and there was a perfume that was named after them like years, like probably 40 years ago. And it's called Muguet des Bois, and it means Muguet, I guess, is a lily, and des Bois is the forest or the woods, lily of the woods. Muguet des Bois, and that's, can you imagine like if these were like, if tons of these are growing in some like forest somewhere and you walk through and all of a sudden you smell this. Oh, and it's just so intense. Anyway.
So it would be a nice perfume just as it is, like not adding anything to
Put
it.
one behind your ear.
I've never done that. Only a flower child. I don't even know how.
The other way.
Like this?
Yeah. Then you can even stick it in your hair a little bit.
There we go.
Yeah.
I'm not sure you guys could see it, but
I can see it. Like it's right. It's right over here.
Oh my! I'm finally a flower child.
Yes, you are.
So when you say you can be, and again you can pass on these, intimate with everything that's around, right? Meaning it's a way of knowing it for sure, or loving it too. I guess the word intimate is just really wow, this is very nice. It's falling on my shoulder. Oh, I feel blessed.
You're getting a lily of the valley blessing.
Yeah, so that's a little different than this. I like yours better. I'm going to read the other one.
Okay.
Back to this. I can find it.
It sounded like what you were trying to ask me was like what to talk more about, that sense of intimacy, and I think I want to try to
Oh, go
answer
for
your
it.
question.
Go for it.
I think the word intimacy really feels like a very. It's probably the closest word that I have heard used or that I've read to try to convey the meaning of using another term like might be like don't know mind.
Mm-hmm.
And when we say that, we're talking about, I think I could probably illustrate it by doing what we were just doing with the flowers. I could sit here and say, white flowers, green stems. And then somebody might say, well, what does it smell like? And I could keep on looking at it and go, white flowers, green stems, long, skinny, little bell-shaped things. Well, that doesn't tell me anything about the smell. And, well, can you describe what that smells like? Well, it's kind of like a soft, sweet smell, but really, that really doesn't convey it. What would tell you how this smells?
Wow.
What would tell you that? What would you do to tell somebody? How is somebody going to know what this smells like? What are they going to do? What are you going to do if you didn't know what this was like? Would you ask me? Or what would you do?
I mean, the one thing that popped into my mind was Jesus Jeshua say, consider the lilies of the field. They neither toil nor, I think, spin, but nothing could be more gloriously dressed in the world than them. So maybe a poem, since we're talking about poetry, or a song might begin to hint, just begin to hint at what it is smell like, maybe.
Well, you ask me.
Okay, what would you say?
How would I?
I can smell them too, I do. I think that's true of everything. I opened the show. Well, you have more to say, or was that your answer?
That's my answer.
Yes, that is.
That's the best answer that I can give.
Yeah.
And then, if I want you to know what they smell like.
Oh my.
So, should I tickle your nose? I'm sorry.
No, it was, oh my. So that's everything though. That's your face, your eyes, your hat, your structure. I think this is connected to world peace and justice. I think once we can get to this place or state of, hard to put into words, but knowing that the world is much more than our words can ever describe. Words maybe those words can hint at it. That Buddha is saying the finger pointing at the moon is not the moon. The moon is the moon, and even that word, I'm an expert, can get in the way of experiencing what the moon word is pointing toward. And so this is true of everything. Everything. I mean, people we know or people we're getting to know.
Mm-hmm.
Right?